Mike Smith is expected to miss the next 1 to 2 weeks of action for the Edmonton Oilers after he partially tore the tendon in one of his thumbs. It's the third time this season Smith has been sidelined by an ailment. The 39-year-old goalie missed more than 2 months of action after injuring his ankle in the Oilers' third game of the season. He came back in late December in games in St. Louis and New Jersey on the road, but then he injured his thumb and missed the Oilers' next 2 road games in New York against the Rangers and the Islanders, and he returned for their loss in Toronto. And now, a thumb injury again.
The continual injuries to Mike Smith have left general manager Ken Holland twisting in the wind, to be honest, along with coach Dave Tippett, not knowing when Smith can play, and when he does get hurt, how long he's exactly going to be out is troublesome.
Now, the Oilers were hoping to see more from Mike Smith when they returned to action after a bunch of postponed games due to COVID and crowd restrictions. And that might still happen, as Smith's projected to miss the next week or two recovering from this latest thumb injury. But the season will march on with or without him, and goaltending has arguably been the biggest question mark of the season for Edmonton.
In a perfect world, like to have Mike Smith back and playing, to say, 2 out of every 3 with Mikko Koskinen. Well, now Smith is out again, and they're not exactly sure if he comes back, is he going to be healthy again? He's 40 years old in March. So
cue the return of Stuart Skinner. The 23-year-old goalie sports a higher save percentage over his time in the Oilers' net while Smith recovered than his teammate Mikko Koskinen, who's been handling the bulk of the duties in net. Skinner was sent back to the AHL when Smith returned in the St. Louis game. And while the Oilers haven't been playing as much lately because of the COVID situation, when they do, and if Smith's status is still in question, they'll have to turn to Skinner.
Stuart Skinner's in the picture, but just Tuesday, Ken Holland, the general manager, said, I would like Stuart Skinner to stay where he is. I like to protect my young players. I don't want to, I'd rather wait than have them come up too soon. So that's always been his philosophy. Now, a couple of days later, Skinner's back. So in my mind, I would play Skinner against Ottawa, not Mikko Koskinen. I think Skinner's on a roll in the minors. He was playing well before he went down, and Mikko Koskinen has lost 6 in a row. If you can't play Skinner over a goalie who's lost 6 in a row, when are you going to play him?
Yes, the trade possibility is still just that, possible. Not that there are a ton of goalies out there on the market for GM Ken Holland to look at. But if Skinner has success and is able to maintain, if not build on his current stats, maybe the Oilers have already found the answer.
The longer-term picture is, with Mike Smith's injury situation, does Ken Holland have to get another veteran goaltender? Does he not? He has to do something now, not wait till March at the trading deadline? Does he need to go out and get a veteran like, Semyon Varlamov in Long Island, who has taken a backseat to Ilya Sorokin in Long Island? Sorokin's younger. Varlamov has only played 9 games this year. It has, a good save percentage, 910, 277 goal average, but he's only played 9, and Sorokin's played, double that. So they like Sorokin better. Varlamov has 1 year left in his contract after this year at $5 million. So do the Oilers roll the dice and say, we'll take Varlamov next year, even if he's got $5 million, if you'll take Koskinen right now at 4.5, and then you won't have Koskinen at the end of the year. So all hypothetical stuff, and perhaps Lou Lamoriello is taking a look at the Islanders and saying, we've only played 28 games. Eventually, we're going to have to play a whole ton of games, and I'd rather stay with the status quo. I'm not making any goaltender changes right now. But it's very unsettling for the Oilers in net with, one goalie who's an NHL newbie and the other goaltender, Mikko Koskinen, whose contract is up at the end of the year. And clearly, over the last while, let's put it this way, has not got the total trust of the coach, Dave Tippett. So there's the goaltending situation. Fortunately for the Oilers, as you pointed out, they don't play many games. This is the only game in like 14 days against Ottawa, and then they don't play again until the following Thursday if Florida Panthers make it to Edmonton to play the game. So it's not like they're playing a lot of games, but you still need to know in your own mind who your goaltenders are. And right now they have a Mikko Koskinen who isn't winning many games, and then a rookie, Stuart Skinner. So They need goaltending much more settled than that to get out of this hole when they've only won 2 games in the last 13.